Hello and welcome to episode 14, season 14 of The Impossible Dream with the mighty Irons, or the Iron, if you want to be specific. Scunthorpe United, as always, thanks for joining me. Make sure you do all the good stuff. Why not, if you're feeling generous? But most of all, thank you for your view. We've got another season, action-packed, a little bit of a different layout with something. We'll get into that later. Also, I'm currently putting together a little thank you series for my most hardcore subscribers called the Sub League, Boots Subscriber Football League, where there's going to be 8 teams and you guys are the players, and the majority of you have already signed up. At the moment of filming though, I think I've got about 10 spots left. So, you know, you might miss it if you've missed it already. Check out the introduction video, it's only 7 minutes long. Check the comments, and if the comment pinned at the top by myself has lots of red crosses and says application closed, you're too late. If it doesn't, you might just be able to sneak in, but I highly doubt it by the time this video comes out. But I'm very excited for that, I can't lie. Not many people are going to watch it, maybe just us who are in it. But I don't care, it'll be a bit of fun for a couple of seasons, a couple of quick episodes. We'll see who comes out on top. But for now, it's Scunthorpe. Another action-packed season, maybe, in the Premier League. Let's start with a few outs, and we're going to begin with Daniel Bolger. Great player from League One, came to us, was fantastic. Didn't do bad in his first year in the Premier League. Last year only scored 1 goal in the Premier League. I got 4.2 million for him. Adrian Hernandez has gone as well. Got peanuts for this guy, but he was a fantastic player for such a long time. He was great when we first signed him. Had a few moments where he wanted to go to clubs like Cruz Azul, and now he's got his wish, so good luck to him. Ollie Percival, defender, got a ton of money, about 13 million quid he's got at Norwich. Dmitry Umorov, good old English boy, we've got about 8 million, nearly 9 million, 8 million I think it was, from Nottingham Forest. I know Greeno loves this guy, beautiful man, we all loved him, beautiful eyes, but it was time for him to leave. He didn't play much last year. We've got about $500,000 and he's off to Scotland. And I think the last major sale is the other goalkeeper, Osorio. Got about just over 4 million for him. Now I sold a lot more because I've got tons of youngsters. We've got bits here, bits there, and it all accumulated into a nice bit of money. I didn't do what I did last year and sell everyone first. I was a bit more clinical with it. So who's coming? We have Luciano van der Wiede, 29-year-old. Now he's cost me 7 million quid. Value's gone up a bit. He's not necessarily going to be my starter, although I thought he would be, because he's a good keeper, bit of experience. We have a new defender who can play through the middle, cost me around 9.75 million from Lens. This lad again cost me around 9 million quid. Miguel Angel Jimenez. Left winger, young, bit of potential, hasn't he? Not bad. Marco Moretti, Italian, 23 years old. He cost me just around 12 million, I think. I should write this down. It's easier, isn't it? Good striker. Can push Thiago, compete with Thiago maybe. We have a young lad here, and I'm pretty sure he becomes a wonder kid. And he cost me about 4 million quid in a minimum fee from good old Hajduk Split. Old Toma Sekutkowski. What a name! What a name! Buzzing with this guy. Cost me 13.75 million. 25 years old, Greek, looks really, really solid. And that's it. So, I was quite happy with the business, quite happy with the squad. I've signed a lot of more young free players for the youth teams. But here we are, 9th of August with 92 million in the bank. And I could have done more, but I was quite happy with the squad. I think we could do what we did last year, maybe improve. Got some good players, good young players already at the team. Now, you might remember last year I kept asking the board to either expand the stadium, they kept saying no, or to build one, and they said no to that twice because we haven't got the fan base to warrant it. But this summer they decided to expand the stadium. A fairly big expansion, big enough for us to have to move to a new stadium. Yes, we're going to Hull, which ain't too far from Scunny, good old Scunthorpe, to the MKM Stadium, which is a lovely looking stadium, great club, great facility. And we're going to be playing there in the Premier League. Now, it's a 25,500 all-seater, right? And we're expanding, as you can probably see, Glanford Park to, by 5,500 seats. It's going to push us up to 16,500. Now, the capacity's fluctuated during this, hasn't it? We went up to 12, and then we put seats in. We went to 11. I think we ended up at 10, something like that. But I was thinking this is a good thing in a way, Because if we're going to be playing in a 25,000 capacity stadium and we fill it, we know we can fill one, and maybe we'll build one day. Or if we don't, we can get a good average of what our max fans are and see where we're at. Do you know what I mean? So, it's costing us nearly 700 grand a year rent, but I don't care. It's going to be a great facility this year, and hopefully it can help us. Premier League, the board just want us to stay in. Still no pressure, still just avoid relegation. The cups, I might go for them. I might try and do something special this year. You just don't know what's going to happen, do you? Have to wait and see. Now, there's been a lot of changes at the top. Managers have come and gone, right? Arsenal, Liverpool, City. One of them on there is missing. Now, United dominated on here for a while, as you probably know, but the last few years, Liverpool have won 3 titles back to back, right? And United have kind of dropped off a little bit. But they had Ruud van Nistelrooy as a manager, and I might have mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I did. I love Ruud. My top 3 strikers of all time as a Man United fan are Eric Cantona, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Wayne Rooney. But anyway, United sacked Ruud van Nistelrooy and have replaced him with Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney is a new Man United manager. But the bookies still don't like us. Still got us as a relegation favourite. I mean, I think we were 20th the first time we came up. We were 18th, I think, last year, and we're 18th again this year. But we're still young. We're still good. We've got some good ages there, some good potential, and some good ability. And I believe we're a mid-table team at least. A team that could, with the right run put together, maybe get up into a European spot. Why not? I think we're better than last year, but you don't know until you get playing, do you? Pre-season wasn't too bad. We played the 2 giants of Scottish football. We drew with Rangers. We beat Celtic. And I think, did we have a training camp in Holland? Pretty sure we did, because I played a few games there and we didn't lose any. A bit positive, better than last year. And we still got Thiago. He won a golden boot, didn't he, 2 years ago? So we'll have to see if he can perform, and can the rest of the lads perform. So I think that's it, because I've got quite a bit maybe I need to get through. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the action. Let's jump forward to January the 1st, 2037. And here we are. In 8th. Again, better than the bookies, but I believed in this team. We did it last year, but can we be a little bit better this year? I mean, we're not far off sneaking into Europe, but when you look at the teams above us, it's tough. I mean, got Palace though. Check Palace out. West Ham have dropped back a bit. Middlesbrough is shocking. If you're a Middlesbrough fan, not doing too well, are they? Evan Ferguson, top at goal scoring charts. I think he won the golden boot last year. Best player in the league, apparently. But Thiago, he was good last year. He was great his first year, good last year. I think he's got a lot better again this year, scoring the goals for us. But again, I am really pleased with that. 35 points. We're in and around it at the halfway point. So let's look at the results. And we actually started with a defeat. We usually start quite well, but we got beat off Chelsea, but we beat West Ham. And it was a bit sketchy for quite some time, really. Maybe new players finding the feet. I don't know. But we played some tough teams. Liverpool, United, and Palace we beat. And they're 4th. Drew with Leeds, got annihilated off Spurs. Lee Masters, mate, you'll love that one. But I love that one. What a result. It was a bit sketchy, but then we just had this period where I was like, oh my God, we are on fire. Now, the last 3 games have been shit. Got battered off Spurs again. What's going on there? But what I look at is our home attendance. Now, when we play bigger teams, say like Spurs, I'm not going to say City a big team, but it looks like when we play the top end teams, we're getting close to 18,000 fans. When we played Bournemouth at home, it was just short of 13. So I'm reckoning at the absolute max, we've got 18,000 fans. So that's probably why they've decided to stick more seats in and put Glanford Park to 16,000 instead of building us a new stadium, because they're usually like the 20,000 plus mark, aren't they? So you can see why that decision was made. We just ain't got the fans. We've also got 71 million in the bank, 22 million to spend, but I don't do any business in January. But then on the 2nd of Feb, I think when our window closed, there's a big country and a big team somewhere whose window hasn't closed, and someone nicks one of my players for their minimum fee, which leaves us with a lot of money, but a player short for the back end of the season. But anyway, we'll look at that later. For now, let's have a quick look at this squad of mine. Yeah, a lot of games. A lot of fatigue. Guys are getting pushed to the limit, and it's a worrying time for us. We need to pull through this. They need to get the shit together. Got a great medical team who need to do the job and get these boys fit, don't they? But Ian, my right winger, he's been really, really good. You can see Luciano van der Vida, the goalkeeper. He's played 11 times and played well, but he's not played every game. Things change. Raphael's played more. Maybe I should stick with it. I don't know. You know, it depends. He had an injury as well. He's a moaning git. I'm not a fan of him, to be fair. Thiago, 18 goals in 24 games. See, he's knackered. But, you know, as a squad, if we can get our fitness back, we need to. Maybe we can get into Europe. I'd like a European run. At least one goal in Europe before the series ends. But it's been great. Playing in a nice little fancy stadium. Obviously, Glanford Park won't be finished till mid-May. So we might get to go to New Glanford Park before the season ends. Now, we need to jump forward. But how far forward? Normally, we go to April, but we need to look at a few things. One of those things on the 18th of March is our new healthy bank balance, because like I said, someone came and took one of our players. And that was Bayern Munich on the 2nd of February. They bought Stefano Alanu, who's a great player in midfield, mint for me, great right back, and they matched his £43 million minimum fee release clause. We signed him last year for $7.5 million from Caligari. I can never say that properly. So we had a full season last year, and he played for me this year. Absolutely nothing I could do about it. So we were a man down, really, especially at the back. Quite light, which ain't great, but you know, good chunk of cash. We can get another player like him for $7 million. It works out, but I have to wait for the summer for that. But we're here for another reason too. But let's quickly look at the Premier League. Just quickly, not the results. I just want to show you how we're here. We're 7th. 7th! Can we stay there? But on to the FA Cup, which we're out of. Played Southampton, Everton and Villa. And I'm going for the Cups. Maybe that's why my squad's a bit knackered. But I thought, you know what? I felt good enough in the league. I don't think we were bad enough to get relegated. Let's try and go on a cup run. And in the Carabao Cup, we might have gone on a bit of a cup run. We're usually crap in this, but we face Wolves in the first round you go in, who are currently at this moment in time second bottom in the league. And wow, by Wolves, no offence, 5-0. Then we faced Championship side Nottingham Forest, but they're a very good club, great history, great team still. I think they're 6th at this moment in time in the Championship. Just did it with Valvis, little Greek wonder, on the right wing. 1-0. In the 4th round, we faced top of the Championship West Brom, so they're no shoddy team, and battered them. Absolutely battered them. I mean, we'd had a bit of luck. That's 2 Championship teams. On to the quarterfinals, we drew another Championship team, although at this moment in time, Swansea is 2nd, so again, they're not a bad team, and it was quite a close game, but that one goal was enough. That one early goal, we held on. A semi-final appearance in a UK English major freaking trophy tournament. Getting quite excited. This happened at the Eddie Howe Stadium against Bournemouth, who are currently 14th in the Premier League, so we're better than them in the league. But I just thought, do you know what? They're not turned up. But luckily, the Carabao Cup, it's 2 legs, isn't it? In the semi-finals, you get a second chance. And our second chance was at home. Well, it was in Hull, but it was sort of at home. And Mr. Mathieu, wow, at centre half, bagging us 2. The youngster came on. Look at that, Mr. Sekid Pukowski. By January, he hadn't played a ton, but he became a wonder kid. And I got a lot of bids in for him. I was like, he hasn't been playing. He's a good little player. And I went, oh my God, he's turned into a wonder kid. Started playing him a bit more. So yeah, 3-0, which means we're in a final against Wayne Rooney at Manchester United, my beloved bloody Manchester United. Now I think we had a fairly easy run there. Really rubbish, no offence Wolves, but they are rubbish at this moment in time. Premier League team, then what did we get? 3 Championship teams. 2 of them games were close, but we did it. And then we got Bournemouth, who were below us in the league, and you know they beat us and should have scored more in that first leg, but we destroyed them in the second. It was an easy-ish run, but you know, it was playing good teams, playing good players, and we've got it. Do I think we're going to win this? No. Are we favourites? No. I mean, not really. I'm happy we're here because it is United, and United will probably get a Champions League spot. So no matter what, we could guarantee a European place, couldn't we? I think next year. Maybe. I'm in United. I mean, we were lucky, but they've had a tough run. Everton, Notts County, fair enough. Leeds, that's like our second biggest derby after Liverpool. Newcastle, who were good on here. Then Arsenal, but they've won every single one. So we know we need a miracle, and it would be absolutely magical and very, very special if we did it, but we're not, are we? But we've got that cushion maybe of potentially getting ourselves or bagging ourselves a European spot, and I think that'd be great, because I do want to have one little dip into Europe before we end this series, which it's getting close to the end, I'm not going to lie. I mean, to be fair, I'm sure United were doing really well at one point in the league, but they've dropped off a bit. But look who's top. Again, Lee Masters, you're getting double shout-outs in this episode. And Mr. Bobby Barker. Andy, I call you. He's a Tottenham fan. Great guy, great friend of the channel. They both are. They'll be loving that. Can't ever see it happening, but they'll be loving that. They've got Evan Ferguson, who's a beast on this game. So this is it. This is as far as I've gone. Luckily, today I'm off work. So I've got up early because I'm up to this point. The live com's going to be the final. Why not? And then I'll spend whatever time it is in the day finishing the season off, and then I'll come back in here and film the end of it and wrap up the episode. But yeah, live com, slap bang ish in the middle. You know what? I feel no pressure because we're not expected to win. If we get anything out of this, it'd be awesome. Now, when you see the team sheet, you're going to notice my centre half is playing left wing because he can, and because I've got no other options in this game. Welcome to Wembley for a major final, our first. It's took 14 years all the way from the Vanarama North, but we're here. We're going to enjoy the freaking moment, even if it is against Manchester United. But that is a solid team of mine. Some really good players there. If they can actually just turn up, there's no reason why we can't do it half decently. I like to at least score at Wembley, give the fans something to cheer about. So let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going to enjoy every little minute of this. But yeah, see how we play. Look, oh, passing it around, lovely. Oh, you dirty git. Red card, referee. Let's get him down to 10 men. Give us a little advantage. But yeah, it's pretty special. I've really enjoyed it, as always. I've really enjoyed this save, but I feel like it is coming to the end. Views drop off, and views definitely did drop between the last episode. So it's like maybe it's just coming to the end. You know, the dream is always maybe to be a Champions League super team. I don't know if that could ever happen for some reason. But I just think, you know, get to a final. If I can have a run in Europe in episode 15, that might be nice. A nice, you know, end to the story. Doing something new. I've got a lot of stuff I need to be doing now, actually. I've got, like, a lot of players to create for my little thank you mini-series to you guys, which I can't wait to see how it pans out, see which team comes out on top, because all the players, nothing's happening in this game, are going to be exactly the same. So what's the difference? It's going to be the managers, injuries, what country you're from. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'd have been really creative. I've been creative. I'm not going to be English. Oh wait, it is United, and there you go. 1-0, Man U. I'm playing for a country that's going to go to the Winter World Cup, playing with great players that I think one other person, maybe two people have picked. I'd say 70% of them are English. England, if they're not the best team in the world, I'll be shocked on that little series, because everyone's bloody English. There's like 6 or 7 players in every position, so some of these players, you guys maybe, you're not going to get any caps, are you? You're going to be fighting it out with about 7 world-class players. So I just thought, I want playing it. I want caps, me. I want my guy to be like winning Ballon d'Ors, although he's only a centre-half, so he probably won't be. Because yes, I'm in the game. I'm also one of the club captains. Why not? I'm going to treat myself. But for now, it's half-time, and we weren't doing too bad. Not a lot's been shown to us. But stat-wise, we've had a few shots, and it's only 1-0. Right, come on, Scunny. But yeah, it'd be nice next season, move back into Glanford Park, see what we can do. We should be getting Europe. If it's the Conference League, I'd be absolutely buzzing my tits off. That'd be mint, because you're going to be coming up against teams we could realistically beat, and to go on a really good European run. I mean, if we got to a final of that, how good would that be? That'd be a great end. Win or lose, man, don't care. I've enjoyed every minute of this. But the boys need to step up a bit here. This is Manchester United. They are third in the Premier League, but they've got talent. They've got a player they bought a year or two ago. Oh, is he still? He's a superstar in here now, you know. I wonder if we're going to play him next year, bring him back from Sunderland in real life. Yeah, he's not playing today. I don't know why. It's called Lehman. You see him on the bench down there. They bought him from Spurs. He's like a left back, left winger. They paid like 110 million for him or something. I think he normally plays, so I don't know. Maybe he looks fitness is a bit low in it. Yeah, 2-0. The dream's over. You can always dream before a final, and then you get your heart broken in a final. Most of the time. Can we get a consolation? What a beautiful pass to LOLLUJO. Come on, LOLLUJO. What are you going to do? Cuts it inside. Keeping the ball. We're doing all right. Oh, vision pass. Thiago, control. No, that was beautiful, referee. That was absolutely beautiful. You can't take that off me. You can't, please. Right, the Mathiao experiment ain't working. He's come off for Marco Moretti, who is a striker but can cover on the left wing. I've now just brought on the kinky bastard himself, the Welshman, the legend, the dragon, Rob Cooper at right back. That was a good little bit of football. A good vision pass and the control. Was he offside? Control and finish. Could change the game, that. It's just a great goal. I hate it when there's a good bit of play and you score. And even if it is offside, it's just pisses you off a little bit, doesn't it? A little bit. Just a little bit. But anyway, thank you as always. You guys are sticking with this. I really do appreciate you. And that's why I wanted to do that little mini-series. It is a first come, first serve basis, so I'm sure some of you are not going to get there in time, which is unfortunate. If it's fun, and I enjoy it, and you guys enjoy it, like I said, it's not about, I won't get views from it, and it's not about growing my channel or getting subscribers, it's just a thank you. I might do it on FM24 and expand the league, maybe have 10 teams, we'll see what demand is like. Oh, here's Cooper, nice and high, can anyone get onto it? Oh, a couple more changes the last 10 minutes, a youngster, I can't say his name, little wonder kid midfielders come on, so is Hazelhurst in defence. I mean, it was always going to be an uphill task, but it's a final. Major final, we have to share it together. Although it's messed my day up. I'll get through the rest of the games, try and finish as high as I can in the league. That's my plan. Right, here's James. Can we get a consolation goal? Here's Moretti. Go on, Moretti. Go on. My favourite. Oh my god, favourite beer that as well. He should have finished, shouldn't he? Well, there you go. Well done. I mean, if I'm going to lose to anyone in a final, there's only one team that doesn't offend me, don't upset me, and I still like watching lift the trophy, although I'm on a schedule. I ain't got to watch, I don't know what I'm looking at. Shall we? Shall I fast forward it a bit? There you go. I had to. One thing I've realised from making this little mini league of mine is, how many of you are Manchester United fans? Loads of them. Like millions of you are Man United fans. Legends. So I mean, anyway, if we finish 7th, we're fine, aren't we? We'll see. I've got games to play. I've got 8 games to get through now. I'm going to get a coffee. Might have a sandwich. Fancy. Cheese and ham with a bit of tomato. I get salt and vinegar crisps. I'm calorie counting it though. It's all part of my daily budget. But you know, we've got that backup really, haven't we, in case we do drop. But will we drop? I'll see you in a bit. Let's find out. Now, I've got to jump in 1st of April. Got to a good point here. The 50 best wonder kids in football. My little midfielder has made that list. There's great players in. There's good players I've put on a list for the summer because the value is quite high. Maybe we can, you know, maybe get 1 or 2 of them. But there was about 4 of them who've got minimum fees. 1 for 5, 1 for 6, 1 for 13 million. I think I put 4 bids in. Don't mean I'm going to get them, but they're good young players. So I'm quite excited we're at this stage. Can get European football and a good bit of money in the summer, maybe a few more can pick up, because these are the kind of players that could really kick us on. Young or not, they've got quality. And while we're here, yes, we're still 7th. The European thing's disappeared, hasn't it? I'm sure it'll come back, hopefully. Can't a goal difference. But Thiago, snapping at the heels of Evan Ferguson. Right then, so I'm back, and it's not been a lot of fun. I did enjoy my lunch though. We bounced back from the cup final defeat, beating Bournemouth. Then we battered Middlesbrough, and we went on a pretty bad run. Drawing with Newcastle, got beat off Burnley, drew with Leicester. Good game against Liverpool. Not letting 5 goals in, but you know, we put up a fight. Crystal Palace was massive at the time because we were 7th, they were 6th. And then I just got beat up United again. Although, to be fair, we scored a goal. We finished 8th, which at this moment in time doesn't have us in the European spot. But I'm guessing things could change with that, to be fair, because the FA Cup final had been played. And what a final. Don't know if you've noticed. Spurs won the league. Lee Masters, triple shout out. Andy, how you feeling? You could do the domestic double here, by beating your arch rival. So I'm guessing I need to mooch along a little bit, see what happens in this. Well, it's now the 25th of May and the final was played, and unfortunately Tottenham couldn't do it. They got beat 2-1 in the final. And at this moment, no, we're not in Europe, finishing 8th, just missing out. I thought we might get a spot because we reached the final. Maybe that could change, I don't know, but you've got, Tottenham winning and then another 4 teams below them in the Champions League, Palace in the Europa League and Chelsea in the Conference League. Now, Champions League hasn't been played. That's on the 30th. City versus Spurs. Wow, Spurs. Well, that's made some of you very happy, but me really, really happy. Spurs won the Champions League, beating Manchester City on penalties. How good's that? Arsenal did win the Europa League, and Schalke, if you're interested, won the Conference League. And yes, we now do have a European spot. Sometimes you just got to keep waiting to see how things pan out. Have you seen how many teams in the Champions League? How's that worked, by the way? That's Palace, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, City and Spurs in the Champions League. Us and Chelsea have gone to the Europa League, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be fantastic in episode 15. Kind of would have preferred the Conference League for a club like us, but that's gone to Newcastle. Episode 15, we're going on a European adventure. You get your passports, boys and girls. I can't wait. Now, I didn't get to sign any of them youngsters, but we are mega, mega rich. Look at this, 123 million in the bank. I've got nearly 60 million to spend. I want to have some fun. Real fun, building a European team. Bigger players might come to us now. And as soon as the stadium was expanded, they decided to expand it again. So Glanford Park is going to be a 24,000 seater stadium, which is good enough for me. I was happy. I'm happy to stay there. It's going to look super modern and amazing, which is brilliant. And next season we'll still be at the MKM Stadium, won't we? Brilliant. Loving it. So that's the end of episode 14, season 14. As always, thanks for supporting and watching. Your view is massive. If you want to do anything else for me, that is massively, massively appreciated. And I can't wait. We've snuck into Europe. We've been to a final, although we lost it. And I've got a load of money to spend. Hopefully we can get some top quality players and I can inject some real quality into this team to put us on a good run, put us high in the league, maybe do well domestically. You never know. But one thing I do know, don't get sad, don't cry, is episode 15, season 15 will be the last of the impossible dream. So hopefully I can do well. I need to put a bit of effort into it. But as always, thank you very much. Stay happy, stay safe. I'm Bood. I love you long time. And I'll see you for the final ever Scunthorpe episode at some point, hopefully. Bye bye.